All right, ladies and germs, today we're gonna be fixing the biggest problem I've had with my Kubota tractor in the 3 years I've owned it. And that problem is we're gonna paint the orange wheels gray, like we did on this tractor that my dad and I refinished, because I really love the way these gray wheels look. And I've seen a picture of a 50th anniversary edition Kubota where the loader and the wheels were the same color as the frame, which is charcoal gray. So we're gonna paint my wheels on this tractor charcoal gray. Let's get into it. All right, we're gonna start by getting all 4 wheels off so I can get them pressure washed because they need to dry for a couple hours before I start prepping them for paint. All right, that's one side down. These tires are fluid filled in the rear, so they are heavy. Alrighty. Now we're gonna take them out here, get the pressure washer set up, pressure wash them with water, probably spray some Dawn dish soap on them just to really clean them, pressure wash them again, and then we'll let them sit in the sun for a couple hours and dry, and then we will scuff them up with some sandpaper, wipe them down with acetone, mask off the inside and the outside of the wheel, and start spraying. So let's get to it. All right, so we got all 4 of them pressure washed. I'm gonna stand that one back up and then let them sit out here in the sun for probably 2 hours, and then we'll start prepping. See you then. All right, so my silly cell phone did not record me scuffing up all these wheels, but just know I used Scotch-Brite on every bit of it and then 120 grit sandpaper on every bit of it to rough it up. Now I'm gonna take the mineral spirits and wipe it all off so it's clean, and then we have to mask it off. This paint's not gonna last forever because it is on the wheels obviously, and they get pretty abused in the woods, but I do want it to last a while. That's why I am trying to prep this the best I can. So once we get that rubbed down with mineral spirits, I do not want to put my hands on it if I can keep from it. So get any dirt, grime, or grease, stuff I just missed. This ought to clean that off real nicely, and then once it flashes off, I'll leave a real nice surface to paint. So if you didn't watch the video of the Kubota 7100 I redid, for one, go check it out here. It's a great video. 2, what I did is I took house wrap tape, put it around the rim, like so. Let me go ahead and put it all the way around real quick. Then what I did is around the inside rim, or the inside lip rather, I just poke my knife down and follow all the way around it to get a nice clean cut. Whoops. As long as I hold the knife where I'm supposed to. And if I'm a little ways away from the rim, it's fine because I need the paint to get in the little crack there between the tire and the rim. Because I don't want to go through the effort of taking the tires off, because that would just be awful. I'd have to take them somewhere, for one, and for 2, the rear tires are fluid filled, so not worth messing with. When you push the tape down, and any of it that gets sprayed on the actual rubber will just wear off with the mud, but that's what it looks like. So now I take the blue tape, I also grab my plastic, cut my plastic right about there, and then take and cut a circle out about halfway. And now we have a nice little wrap that I can take blue tape, painter's tape, get it started in the correct position there, and I can mask off the entire tire relatively quickly and pretty efficiently to where I'm not going to get any paint leakage where I don't want it. Now that is one side done, flip it on its face and do the same thing over here. And I just have to repeat that process for all 4 wheels. Okay, now we got all 4 wheels masked off and outside. What we're gonna do now is mix up the paint, and then it has to sit in the pot for I think half an hour and let the activator kind of start to harden up, and then we can pour it in and start spraying. So let's mix up the paint real quick. Hardener and thinner. So I believe 4 ounces of this for a quart, 2 ounces of the hardener for a quart. So we have a full quart here. I think a full quart will do it. So we're gonna open up this new quart I have, pour it into the gallon. Set that to the side. We will go 4 ounces of the thinner. See where our ounces are at. Right here. 4 ounces of our thinner, 2 ounces of our hardener, 2 ounces, just like so. Let all that drain in there. Should be good. Get our long screwdriver again, and we'll mix this up. We'll stir this for probably a minute or two, and then I have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure you have to wait 20 minutes before you spray it. I'm really excited to see this all done. If you're liking this content, please like and subscribe, because like 95% of you aren't even subscribed. So it helps a little channel like me if you subscribe. So while you like and subscribe, I'm gonna continue to stir this. So now, yeah, we'll let that sit for 20 minutes. Gonna make sure we're good here. This cover's all jacked up, so I'm trying to get the cover off so I can see what my PSI is. Now I can see what I'm doing. I believe I have to have 30 PSI to spray this. I'm gonna look that up too. This has got to set up, so I'll be back with you in 20 minutes for me. It'll be like 1 second for you, so I'll see you right. Okay, so we've allowed our paint to sweat in, as they call it, with the catalyst in it for about 20 minutes now. It said 15 to 30, so we're 20 minutes in. By the time I get it poured in here and over there, we'll be about 30 minutes. So it says you want about 30 PSI of spray pressure, which is what we have. And I'll monitor that as I'm spraying because my air compressor is not that big. So we're gonna go ahead and fill up our pot here, which it should hold about half of this. And I'm planning on spraying this whole quart, no matter how much spraying I gotta do. Even if it's too much, I would like it to cover and be pretty thick, millage wise. So get our cap on, we'll just set our lid on it. And now we'll get set up to spray. Alrighty, start with the small wheels down here. Kind of double check our pattern here. You rotate our head, so our fan pattern is the way I want it. Now let's get to spraying. All right, we should be caught up on the air compressor any second now. There we go. Now we will spray one whole back wheel, let it catch up again, then spray the other one. Then double check our work. I'm gonna let the air compressor pick all the way back up. I'm gonna go over both sides of every wheel one more time because I have plenty of paint, just to make sure I have really good millage. Yeah, I used half of the quart, if that. And this stuff has a catalyst in it, so it'll go bad after a couple days. So I'm gonna spray one more heavy coat over every wheel once the air compressor picks back up. All right, so I noticed while I was cleaning up that I didn't really get all the orange on that little weird crack down there on these front tires. So I got my little Posh model kit brush, airbrush, and we are going to touch that up while the paint's still wet. so we got them inside. I'm gonna leave them masked off just in case I have to touch them up tomorrow with some paint. We're gonna point a fan at them overnight to circulate some air and get them to drying. They will take 24 hours to cure no matter what I do, but they should help a little bit. The only thing I have left to do tonight is put some blocks under the front axle, because the only thing holding this front axle up is the hydraulics on the bucket, and they do leak slightly. So I'm gonna pick them up and put some 6x6s under them, set the axles down on it so it's safe for the night, and then tomorrow we will reinstall the wheels, do touch up and clean it, and show you guys how it looks. All right, so it's been about 24 hours. We're going to unmask the wheels and start installing them on the tractor. So let's get to it. Get this plastic off of here. These are gonna look so good. After I've done it on Dad's tractor, maybe want to do it on mine. I've been thinking about it for like a year. Just wasn't really sure about it till I saw his. All right, I got the other side put on already. Go ahead and get this side put on. Then we can pressure wash it and see what this thing's gonna look like all cleaned up. I'm really excited. The gray wheels just really make these things pop in my opinion, as opposed to orange. I love Kubota orange, but a little bit of contrast does wonders on a machine. Lower my jack down a little bit. All right, well, she's all washed up, put back together. I got the garage cleaned up, and boy, does this thing look super good with the gray wheels. I love this color combo so much. I really wish Kubota would sell their tractors like this. So if Kubota, you're watching, please sell your tractors with the gray wheels. They look so much better. If this video gets 1,000 likes, I will paint the whole front end loader of my tractor gray like the 50th anniversary edition that they did. So if you want to see more of this kind of content, like the video please, and we'll paint the whole front loader assembly gray. See you next time.